I choose to do comedies because just naturally that's where I'm drawn to do. I see the absurdities in life. I see sometimes I just by myself and I think, oh my God, it would be funny if this happens or this happens or this happens. I'm watching TV, someone says something, and I'm thinking, I'm just laughing out loud because I'm thinking, wouldn't that be funny if that person said something else? Well, I just like messing up with what happens with life. Making a comedy versus making other genres are not as different as people may think because you still need to tell a story. You need to create characters. You need to just make everything. But one thing you need to add is make it funny. How you work your humor. It's not just the story can be really good, but if it's not funny, well, it doesn't work. But you need to create that. So there's another step of knowledge and mastery that you need to get to create that. And there's all sorts of different type of comedies. So someone can be good in like in slapstick, but aren't good like in character driven comedies. And also, one thing that is very very different is that you know very quickly if it works or not. If you screen a drama in front of an audience, they're all living this film really internally. So you don't hear anything. You can't feel the room that much. But with a comedy, you can hear it. If the joke is good, you hear it. If it's not good, oh, you're in trouble. Yeah, with Dawn on Hall, what is really important is that it was a film made for something called Kino. Kino is an organism that started in Montreal in 1999, and it has been developed into the whole world. There's different cells everywhere. Basically, you make films for fun. You create a venue for people to watch films and also to make films for fun. So the mantra is that you do something for cheap, you do something quickly, and you try to make it good, but also you do it for fun. And everybody's welcome in this. And this organism celebrated in 2024 its 25th anniversary, and they asked for the cabaret they organized to celebrate this anniversary. They asked a bunch of filmmakers to pair with younger members of Kino to make a film together. And that's why we are three filmmakers on that film. There's Frédéric Lavigne, Laure Robin Anctil, who has been doing that for longer than I, and I'm a new member of Kino. So we made that film together. So that being said, the idea started from Frédéric, and then the three of us decided to pitch in, create. We wanted to do something a bit chaotic, something that a story inside of a story inside of a story, layered it up, mess with it. The main part, we wanted to laugh weirdly at board games because we all have friends who are really into it, and I'm not personally with these big stories, big elaborate concept that you need to master, and they want to play at it, and you don't understand anything what's going on, and you disconnect of this, and then we played with that idea and many things. One thing funny that happened. One of the directors, Frederick, got COVID during the shoot, so he couldn't be there. So we had it on Zoom on an iPad, and we put the iPad on a stand, rolling stand, so we could like roll him around, show him the set. He could talk to the actors, stuff like that. That was like we shot for 2 days, and one of the days he was there virtually. It was a funny anecdote. The process of making hooks. One of my friend was like working just on a little concept. I think he was working in film school, and at some point I would just hang out in his house, and he was working on the idea, and I pitch like the ending, and and he liked it so much, he went to his room. We worked the ending with that. I never knew what his original idea of it was. And then he asked me, well, do you want to write this together? We wrote it together. And at some point, he asked me, well, I have other projects, so do you want to do it? So he was supposed to direct it, and I directed it finally. So for this one, the idea was really to capture an awkward moment when you have to know how to open a bra, and when you're younger, you don't know how to do that, and we decided to use that in as a playground for our comedy. And then other stuff happened. I don't want to spoil it, but the process was really fun. Working with voice actors was really great because there's a thing with where the hands of the guy gets alive. This they speak to him. It's like this whole internal monologue that he has with them, and working with them, creating characters in the booth with them. They're like professional dubbing actor. They dub films in French, like mainstream movies and stuff. And yeah, lots of stuff, lots of props that we had to create for that. It was like really crazy, but it was really fun. It was self-produced. I did everything. I did manage a production, need to organize the craft sometime. Everything related to post-production. I edited the film. It was released last year in 2023. Even though we shot it in 2021, it took a long time for the post-production. But yeah, I'm glad it's out and that I'm here in Edinburgh now, screening to present the film. Having a short film in a film festival, it's amazing. But if film festival is the reason why short films exist. Without festivals, I don't think there would be much. The market for short films would be really small, and people always discover short films through festivals. Rarely they discover it online or theater or on streaming, and it's extremely valuable because a lot of times when you do short films, you're a beginner in the world of filmmaking. Not all the time, but a lot of the time you are, and you can have this connection with the people, with the audience. Um, Watching film in a theater is and it will always be the best way, in a true way, to watch films. And film festivals are there to make sure that short films, for example, can have the chance to be screened in its proper way.